Hey there, fellow warriors. Welcome to another legendary episode from YouTube channel Thrand.
I break through the walls that they build in my mind. I say you won't go with the flow. The rebel inside is the power I let it go out of control.
Hey, Thrand here. We have a special test today. We're going to be testing out the Naue II sword from Neil Burridge. It's made exactly like the old swords back in the day. He pours them the exact same way and hammer hardens them because it's a coal work metal. It's hammer hardened. And most people don't realize how sharp these edges actually are. We barely realized it. Our last video we tested steel because we didn't have bronze armor or anything from the era. And we actually pierced it with the spears and had no edge damage whatsoever. These edges are razor sharp and they're extremely hard. Exactly how hard, I'm not sure. It depends on how much he hammered it and how well it's worked, but they seem extremely durable. After doing that, I decided today we're going to do the Viking challenge, much like the Samurai challenge, but in this case I guess that would be the Mycenaean age challenge of bronze against a steel plate. We also had a viewer who pretty much has been arguing with us, saying that if we used a Viking age sword, meaning a pattern welded Frankish style sword, anything from that era, Ulfbert, the famed Ulfbert, that it wouldn't be hard enough or wouldn't withstand cutting through a steel plate like that, a 20 gauge plate. I really don't believe that. I'm sorry. If it's harder than the steel that it's cutting and the sword can stand the stress, it's going to slice clean through. But anyway, today we're going to go ahead and test it out. And I hope that answers his question of whether a Viking sword can do it or not. Because this sword is approximately, what, about 2,000 years before the Vikings?
Yeah, about, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a very ancient sword. Instead of just doing something pattern welded for that time period or trying to get a hold of one, I think this is a better test. And I think Neil Burridge is going to love it. So, without further ado, let's get going.
Let's get it on.
Yo!
Nice!
You know, like a little curve there. Didn't do much damage to the blade whatsoever. Matter of fact, it's still sharp where it cut. It did deform it slightly, but the actual edge is sharper than mild steel. So we can see here. That is the actual cut. So people saying bronze doesn't have a sharp edge, if it's hammer hardened properly like Neil Burridge does it, I think would be wrong. That's why bronze was actually more popular than iron, because wrought iron was around when bronze was still being used. It didn't replace it, not until it became much more advanced and cheaper and actually could stand up to bronze. We did make it 6 inches instead of a foot, because a blade of this size and weight wouldn't have probably made it through a whole foot of metal of this gauge.
And not on account of it not being sharp enough or anything, but because of its mass and length.
Right, just like a hand and a half or two-hander would have a better chance, because you actually can add more momentum or mass with the actual cranking motion. You can add more to it. So, but anyway, I think it was beautiful.
Yeah, well done.
It surprised me.